Cardi and Megan, okay, if they are having a conversation, right? Their music is a conversation about women feeling empowered. This is how they're talking about sex, which isn't very different from how men usually talk about sex in hip hop.
But that's the thing.
Why is that
Men
so
aren't
problematic?
used to hearing women talk about sex.
Why is that like?
I think that's what's bothering people.
The black community is more conservative than we would want to
super conservative.
acknowledge. And it's a hypocritical conservatism because as individuals, they think whatever they do is okay, which is not a
Right.
traditional sense, you know, but they're like, women should be great
Lauryn
role
Hill.
models
All
and,
women gotta
and
be
in the
Lauryn
kitchen.
Hill.
And
All female rappers got to be Lauryn
they need
Hill.
to present themselves properly, but meanwhile the dude is just like doing whatever.
Doing whatever.
It's the most hypocritical thing of all time.
It is. That's why I have. A
It's
problem with that
whack.
energy. It is super whack. But also, you know, it just be funny. Like dudes I feel like some of the stuff they be saying be so true to women, and these are conversations that y'all had amongst yourselves. Now it's put in a song form.
Right.
Like, you know, what Megan, like she had a song Captain Hook about the kind of meat she likes, right? Like, dudes, we get uncomfortable hearing this stuff. We're like, what if that's
Because
not me?
right, y'all don't want to be judged
Right,
for your quote unquote manhood
right.
or whatever.
We don't, it's the same reason that dudes don't want to talk to their women about their sexual history or even know about it.
No, that's a different.
You
Wait,
think so?
dudes don't want to talk about their own sexual history or their woman's
Their
sexual
woman's.
history. Yeah,
That's why.
Because
It's the
he-
same thing.
this whole thing, like, I
There's
see
a
this a lot on
dominance
Twitter,
thing.
right? Where it's
Yeah.
like, dudes, they'll have these conversations and it's like all this sex stuff or whatever and what they're going to do and this chick and that chick or whatever. But then when it comes to a relationship or whatever, that's not who they want or that's not who they're saying that they want. So it's like, or they will, you know, trash somebody online for being open about their sexual exploits.
Right.
And by somebody, I mean a woman.
Right.
And it's like, so if you are out here having all this sex that y'all are claiming to have, and
put it to you
you
like this.
are heterosexual, who are you having sex with if all the
I
women
was
aren't
coaching-
supposed to be having sex?
I was an assistant coach at a college, and I remember the guys on the team was talking about, all of them was saying like, "Yo, I want my girl can't have no more than like one body, like she can only have one body." And this, you know, to be fair, these
But
were
you
young-
also want her
they're
to
young
be-
boys. They're young boys. So I'm a coach. I was at the time. I'm be honest. I was only like 4 years older than them. Like I had just graduated, so I wasn't that much older than them. But I was listening to them, and they're like, yeah, my girl can only have like one body if she gonna be my girl. Like, you know, anything over that, like she for the streets. So I'm sitting there, I'm listening to them. I'm like, yo, so let me ask you this: do you want to have sex? They're like, yeah. I'm like, do you want to have sex with women? Like, of course. They're like, what you trying to say? I'm like, all right. So who are you gonna have sex with? Like,
if
how are you gonna
every
have sex
chick
with-
only has one body
Right.
and they're not allowed anymore after that,
right?
who
Who was left?
Who's left? Who?
Like that's that. Like, but guys don't want to have that conversation. And even when they like a girl and they think like this girl's for me, they don't want to hear about who the girl was with.
Is that a maturity thing though? Because I feel
I
like,
think it's a cult. I don't even know if it's culture, societal.
because I feel like the older you get, the more you should move away from that.
they just. I think the older they get, they just avoid it. They just say whatever.
Is that true?
I don't think all the double standards are bad, but that's one of the dumb double standards that I've never got. Even in high school and when I was younger, I don't know why, like, women's sexuality is so, like,
It's scary.
looked at as scary or, like, and I know why, because guys are insecure and they're little cowards and,
Yeah.
like, they
It's-
can't
it's
handle in their little
comparison.
brain if their girl had sex with other people, because then they
Right.
go, was he better than
Right.
me?
That's what I was just gonna say.
Was
It's-
his
it's
dick
com-
bigger
That's
than
the
mine?
first question.
That's what
I
happens.
can't handle it.
Right.
You know, and so I think
Why does
that's
it matter if he was better if you are the person that
Well,
I'm
that's
with
how we
now?
operate, though. Like we
that's-
are built
conquerors.
into hierarchy, right? So like we
The
want to be the
competition.
like,
Yeah.
or alpha males do, and then beta males are like below that, you know. But beta males want to be an alpha male, so it's like, you know,
Go and get it.
I'm not diving into the alpha beta thing. I'm staying away from
Get
that
him.
before we
It's the way
before
of
we
the
end up
world.
like what's his name?
Kevin Samuels.
Before we
Ryan
end
wants
up
to do a Kevin Samuels show.